Okay, so my menu plan went up, and you should have already seen that because this is going to be posted Friday. But I wanted to talk to you just a little bit. On Friday, we ended up going to this little local Italian restaurant, which we love, and they have the best garlic knot bread rolls. And I need to find a copycat recipe for those because they are just so good. They're delightful. And they're light and fluffy and garlicky and buttery and just really good. And they have the best coffee, and Italian food is really good. So that's where we went Friday. And then Saturday we ended up getting takeout at Chipotle. And then Sunday we had steak on the grill. So I wanted to show you, on Saturday I ran into this little store called Pop Shelf, and I got myself a new Christmas cup. I thought it was very pretty with the green and the trees, and it's a nice cup to go into the holidays. It's not like bam in your face Christmas. It's just a gentle, even though I love bam in your face Christmas, don't get me wrong, but I thought this was pretty too. Okay, so I think I've told you about the gingerbread coffee that I love. Well, I can't find it. Everybody loves it too, and everybody's buying it. So I found cinnamon dolce. This is really good too, but I'm trying to find this one, but I couldn't find the K-cups, but I did find the bag. So I'll make the bag in my SMEG, my beautiful coffee pot that I got for my birthday like 2 years ago. I just fell in love with it. I thought it was just so beautiful, and my husband surprised me with it for my birthday. And so I just wanted to touch base with you and see how you all were doing and if you enjoyed my menu plan. And I am going to, so today is Monday, so I will be making that cheeseburger casserole. Oh, it looks so good with all that cheese. How can anything be not good with all that cheese on it? And I love cheese, all cheese. But so now I'm coming down to make myself a second cup of coffee, and I think I'm gonna do the cinnamon dolce and then save this one. But I can also make a pot of the gingerbread. I haven't made pot gingerbread yet. That didn't sound very well, did it? I didn't make a pot of coffee using my gingerbread grounds yet. I've just been using the K-cups. So I'm gonna see how that, if it's comparable. If not, if you see these, try them. They're very good. So I'm gonna make the cinnamon dolce because I need some coffee. It's with the time change, right? It is now, it's 1:30, but it feels later because I think my body hasn't, it should be 2:30 going on 3, right? But we vote tomorrow. I have to vote tomorrow, and I have to go to the dentist. So I have a full day. I have to go to the dentist, and I have to vote. And then there's a few other things I have to do. But vote. Vote, vote, vote. It's very important. And that's all for now that I wanted to share. But I'm going to make this coffee, and I got some food prepping to do. And I have a little dog to potty. I have to go potty. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay? Bye. I think that's all. Bye. So I just wanted to let you know I just voted, and it feels good to be able to vote. Yep. There you go. Happy day. Okay, I'm back. I had to go to the dentist, and then I went and I voted, and yay! And then I had to go run to the grocery store and get a few things like milk and such. But it was a busy, fun morning, and I never take for granted our right to vote. It's so very important for all of us to do. And then I had to go to the dentist first thing in the morning. So I guess we'll start our day. It's Tuesday, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings us. And I'm so happy you're here. I had done a full couple minutes of footage on Friday, and when I went to download it was gone. I don't know where it went. I looked in my deleted, it wasn't there. But so Friday's missing, but I caught you up yesterday with what we had done on Friday. We went to local Italian restaurant, and this Friday is coming up, and it's going to be something fancy that I'm going to let you know. And there's no school today, so it was quite busy out. Everybody was in the stores. It's beautiful. It's like 80 something degrees. It feels even warmer than that. But it is a good day, and I will see you in a little bit. I will see you on the other side. Hey. Okay, I'm inside now, and after I voted, I went to Kroger and I went and I grabbed a few things and I put them on my counter, and I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you what I got at Kroger. And it's just a couple things, but I know some of you like that. I love grocery hauls, so if you do grocery hauls, let me know and I will come visit, because I love that. I love grocery hauls, meal planning, and I love organizing and decluttering videos. Oh, those are so fun. I went around yesterday. I took a plastic shoebox, you know, this 99-cent plastic shoebox, well, $1.25 now. And I went around my kitchen and I opened up all the drawers and I put stuff in there that I don't need, you know, things that I haven't used and things that I can donate. And it just felt really good to declutter some things. Do you remember back in the day, I'd say about 20 years ago, and I'm sure she's still going, but Fly Lady, where she would tell you to get 27 things through your house together and put in a bag and donate. And I can't remember if it was every day or once a week. Do you remember? Was it? I can't imagine it was every day. That's an awful lot of stuff to get rid of every single day. But it's a good base to go by every week, go around your home and get rid of things. Now, there are some things that I just will not get rid of, and that are my clothes. I love my clothes. A girl can never have too many clothes. I just love my clothes and my shoes and my purses. Other than that, I can declutter everything. I love to be organized, and I love everything to have a place. Don't always succeed, as you can see. I have a lot of things, but I try, and I try with a lot of love. Okay, I'm going to turn you around and show you what I got at Kroger. Okay, so I got some whole milk, vanilla syrup. I bought some fiber bars, which I absolutely love, feta cheese, some black grapes. They were on sale for $1.99, and I juice these. Or you can just eat them, but they juice up so nicely in my Vitamix. And then I found some strawberries, and I got this. I thought this might be interesting to try with my chicken. And I'm gonna make some vegetable soup. So I got some diced potatoes to put in the soup. I got 3 cans. And then I got some of these Rice Krispie treats. I make them, but they never turn out quite as good as the store-bought. And then my oldest son came by and he brought these for my daughter. These extra hot Cheetos are in the black bag, are becoming very hard to find. It's kind of like my gingerbread coffee. So he saw these and he brought them over for her. She loves these. She puts lemon juice on these. Do any of you else do that? I don't know. But okay, so this was my small little haul. I really needed the milk, and then my husband texted me and said he needed some vanilla syrup for his coffee. Okay, so that is it. That is what I got at Kroger. I'll give you a wide angle view. It's really pretty out. I cannot get over how hot it is. I'm gonna change, and I think I'm gonna put on a sundress and enjoy this beautiful weather. But I have a lot of housework to do on this voting day. What did you buy today? Did you have to run out and get milk? After church, I had to go and get some more lettuce. One of the things I like to do around the house is mop the floor, and I did not realize that this O-Cedar mop was so popular. I really didn't. I've had this for a very long time, and I just saw the newest trend of putting another bucket in there for the clean water, which I thought was absolutely genius. But I like that you can take this mop head off and you can wash it in the washing machine. That is so very important. I like things clean, and I'm just mopping my living room with my Christmas tree. I am working on it. I know that the stockings are off. I know it's not aesthetically pleasing, but I am going to fix that. I'm going to put Christmas lights up, and it's just going to look beautiful. But in the meantime, right now I am mopping the floor, making it clean and nice for my home, for my family, for my pets. There is nothing more satisfying to me than being a homemaker. I just love it. Love everything about it. Okay, so I am cleaning my living room, but I just wanted to show you, I have my tree up. I just have to fluff it and put their lights on and put the ornaments on. But I did leave an ornament. This was in it, and then this one. But I also had to find my tree skirt, so that's not my tree skirt. That goes under the tree skirt to give it a little fluff. But it's a work in progress. I have to fluff it quite a bit to make it look full. We were gonna get the pencil pine, but it was just too skinny. I didn't want it that slender. Anyway, so I went with Old Faithful, and I got this out of storage. Oops. So, and then I put the stockings on. I have to distribute them evenly because they are not even. They are not aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so I'm mopping my floor, as you can see. I am now making vegetable soup, and this is celery, carrots, and onion sauteing in my pan. Okay, so now all the ingredients are added to my soup. It's a very easy and simple soup to make, and the recipe will be on my blog. And I just add some noodles in it also. Everybody seems to like it when there's some noodles in there. I do too. Makes it a little bit more hearty, more filling. Okay, so today I'm going to find my tree skirt, and I'm going to decorate this shelf. I'm going to put all this stuff away. I'm going to fluff out my tree. I'm going to put lights around it, and I polled everybody, and everybody wants white lights. And I'm going to fix this up, and I'm also going to vacuum my stairs. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of carpet in my house, but I do have carpet on my stairs. And if you see, I must tend to them. I need to vacuum them. They pick up so much. I really want to just rip this carpet off these stairs. So soon, very soon. And so anyway, my dog lays in the sun by the front door. Okay, so my bin where I'm putting all my non-Christmas stuff away, my kitchen linens that I just washed, and my dining room that I am currently trying to decorate. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a great day, and today is a day where I am going to tend to a lot of homemaking things. I have some cleaning I want to do. I have laundry. I want to put the lights on my tree. I want to fluff my tree. I want to get some more decor up. I want to sweep. I have just a whole plethora of housework that I want to do, and I just want to tell you that I absolutely love it. I love being a wife and mother. It is something I enjoy. I always wanted to be a wife and mother. I had other goals and aspirations when I was a young girl, and maybe I'll get to them, maybe I won't, but right now I am doing what I absolutely love, and that is being a mom and a wife and a homemaker. So I'm glad you're here, and I'm going to show you my chess cake. It turned out really good. It's super sweet, it's super yummy, and let me know if you've made it, and watch the other video on how to make it. Okay, so this is the half that is not cut into, but they came out so good. They smell like a sugar cookie, and they taste super, super yummy. They're super sweet. Okay, I'm setting up my crock pot, and I'm going to put my my pork roast in there, but first I'm going to cut up some potatoes, carrots, and celery. I sprayed the liner a little bit, and I'm going to get started and get all that in there, and it'll cook all day, and by the time dinner comes, it will be done. I've been fluffing up my tree, but when you put it on the camera, you can see where you need to fluff. It doesn't even look like I did anything. Oh, this is going to take me a while. So for my pork roast, I'm going to put in some potatoes and carrots and celery, and I really like to cook with real potatoes. I'm not a fan of the boxed potatoes. They just don't seem to taste the same to me, and that's just my preference. But I do know that the boxed potatoes are really good for a soup thickener. I know that that works really well for that. But what I will do is I will peel the potatoes and I will put them in a bowl of cold water while I peel the carrots and chop the celery, and I put all the cuttings into a bowl to compost. So I'm just continuing to peel the potatoes, and then I will do carrots, and I do like to get the big bag of regular carrots. I do buy the baby carrots when I'm having a big party, and I use them for dipping. But I try and get the big bag of carrots that you can get at Costco, because I do a lot of juicing, and it's cost effective for me to buy the big bag, and the big bag of celery and the big bag of potatoes also. It works out well. But here I am just peeling away, and I will make a gravy with the juices from all the vegetables and the pork roast to put over it all at the end of the cooking process. I actually like peeling carrots. There's just something so satisfying about doing that. And I just did a couple. I did about 3 or 4. But I'll put those aside. I'll put those in the cold water also with the potatoes, and I will do my celery, and then I will chop that all up and put it in my crock pot. Okay, so I'm gathering all the peelings and I put them in this bowl, which will go into my compost. And I'm just cleaning up here, and we are done with the vegetables. That didn't take long. Okay, so now that everything is peeled and clean, I'm going to chop them up into about bite-sized pieces, so they're easy to eat. And I will work on the carrots and the potatoes. So back in the day, I used to have this appliance, and it was non-electrical. It was a hand lever, and you would put the potato in there and pull the lever down, and the potato would go through the blades, and it would be all chopped up. It was different than a mandolin. It was given to me by my grandmother. It was really old, and when I had moved, I could never find it again. I have no idea where it went. I don't know if it was lost with the movers, but it was one of the greatest things I had, and I've never been able to find one since. But it was a really nifty gadget. And if you saw a little piece of potato went flying across the kitchen. But it was such a neat gadget, and I often think about that when I'm cutting potatoes, of where that went. And it was put together so well. You know, they used to make things so good back then, long time ago. We're talking like 20 years. Speaking of kitchen gadgets, I will tell you that a couple of my favorite ones are my bread machine, my juicer, my Vitamix, and I also love my Keurig and my coffee pot. And there was one more thing my dehydrator and my food saver. Those are some things that I just really enjoy to have in my kitchen. What are some things that you like to have in your kitchen? My dehydrator, I've had it for so long that I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. I I've made fruit roll-ups, and I showed you all my fruit roll-ups. Those were a hit. Those were fun to make. I just need to get more fruit roll-up trays. But I'm coming down to the last of my vegetables to chop, and they're going in my crock pot, and dinner is going to get started. So all my vegetables are now in the crock pot, and I'm using the large crock pot, and I will put the roast on top, and I will pour some chicken stock over it. I tend to like chicken stock with my pork roast over vegetable or beef. I just think it goes well with it. And I will put some fresh ground pepper over all of the vegetables and pork roast. And I got this at Costco. And with a couple tablespoons of chopped garlic. And the pork roast is done. It is super tender. I made gravy and I put it over the potatoes and the carrots and the celery, and I made some corn. I hadn't made corn in a while, and I made a beautiful green salad to go with it. And okay, here we go. Juice time. Lower your speakers for a second. It takes 45 seconds for this to complete its run, and it makes me feel so good to be able to give my family such a healthy drink. It really does. Okay, so here is my to-do list, and it's ongoing. It's always ongoing. In the front of this one is a master. So I had laundry is always ongoing. Sweeping, I do it multiple times a week. Mop. Make the beds, wash the beds, vacuum the stairs, wipe down the fridge. I always wipe down the fridge maybe twice a week, or when needed, at least twice a week. Declutter, I am totally getting into this decluttering. I have gone through my closet, and as I said, I wasn't going to get rid of clothes. I did find some things that I'm going to donate. Clean the toilets, empty the trash cans. Continue to decorate for Christmas. I want to go through some products I have in my bathroom. I started that. I have a huge pile ready to go to the Goodwill, and I will do that Saturday. I have 2 watches that need to be fixed, so I'm going to take them to the Fix-It, the watch store. It's usually a dry cleaners or a vacuum store. They usually also fix watches. And then I have some sheets that I'm going to retire, but I'm going to put them in my dog's little drawers, and she can use those to lay on. And then when those are done, I toss them. So that is my to-do list so far. And then I wanted to show you, I broke out my Merry Christmas book, and there's so many good things in here. And so here is one, I have a Christmas photo checklist, and this is some of the wrapping paper that I have used. And what this is it's a list of pictures that I try to get during the Christmas holidays to put in my scrapbook. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. And here's some more wrapping paper that I had used. And it's just, Chris, this is a great recipe. So, but this is my holiday notebook. It has everything to do with Christmas, from recipes to prayers to decorating tips, scrapbooking tips, everything. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, evening, morning, afternoon, and I will see you very soon.